And you're good, Beth.
Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Beth Wright, and this is our Hatha yoga practice on this Tuesday, July 6th. So let's see what comes out today. And we'll always begin our class in seated easy pose. Bring your palms to your heart, and let's open the class with one Om, breathing in together. And as we chant the sound of Om, we're connecting with everything in the universe, all of it. So just when you're chanting, feel that connection beyond yourself to the oneness of all that is. All right, nice deep breath in through your nose into your belly. With your eyes still closed, connect to your higher self. And you can do this just by saying, I am one with my higher self. I am one with my I am presence. I am one with Mother, Father, God. And now, just a little energy exercise. We'll connect just by speaking it. We connect our earth star and our base chakra to the heart of Mother Earth. And connect our soul star and crown chakra to the great central sun, the galactic sun. This is source energy. And by doing this, we are charging our negative charge and our positive charge, our base chakra and our crown chakra, just like a battery. We charge both ends. And now set your intention for your practice this morning. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And now place your hands on your knees. And we're going to just do a couple of neck exercises. So drop your chin down to your chest. And keep drawing your chin toward your chest, your sternum, while keeping your shoulders down and relaxed. And then breathe right up the back of the neck. And now roll the right ear over to the right shoulder. And take 2 breaths here. Drop the chin back down and then roll the left ear to the left shoulder and take 2 deep, long breaths here. Good. And now we're just going to roll the head back and forth between the right shoulder and the left shoulder. Go nice and slow with the breath. Oh my gosh, I'm breaking out to a major hot flash here. Back and forth with the breath. Just notice that how your shoulders are feeling as you do this. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. So let's just get this moved out today with our yoga practice. We're just going to alleviate some of that tension. Good. And now let's bring the head back up on top of the body to center position, and then inhale the shoulders up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze with the deep inhale. Hold your breath. And then exhale, release. Good. And now inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Out through the mouth. Let it all go. And then one more. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Keep drawing the breath in. Exhale, release. Good. And now just shake the shoulders out. Shake them out. And then we're going to bring both arms up to sky and drop the right hand behind you so your left arm can come around the back and you can reach both hands toward one another. And if they don't reach, you can always use a strap, and you just hold the strap with both hands, and you can use the strap to walk the hands closer or inch the hands closer toward one another using the strap. And your spine is straight here. Your head is up, so your chin is parallel to the floor, so you're not looking down. You've got a straight spine sitting up. And now just breathe into the shoulders. And release. Shake the shoulders out. And then let's bring the right leg out in front. And we're going to inhale, lift the heart, and come out over this front leg, leaning your torso out over the right leg. Now, it's going to feel pretty stiff right now, so just take it nice and easy. And we're focusing on the breath. Keep your head lifted right now, your chest lifted, and your gaze is straight forward as you breathe deeply into the belly, relaxing and leaning forward with your heart at the same time. And you'll notice that as you continue to breathe, the back of the leg begins to open. This left hip begins to open. Good. And now coming back up to sit. And then let's take our left foot across the right leg. And the foot plants either above or below the knee joint. And now you're sitting up nice and tall. Go ahead and take your left arm behind you. And we're going to raise the right arm up. As you do, lift up through your whole torso, up through the top of your head. And as you lift, twist to the left, bringing your right elbow to the inside or the outside of the right knee. And you're twisting as you continue to draw up through the crown, breathing into the belly. Good. And now release back to center and come back into easy pose. So one foot is in front of the other. You can be sitting on a cushion if you like. And now we're going to raise both arms up, and the left hand drops between the shoulder blades, and your right arm comes back behind you, and you're going to reach the hands toward one another. Remember, you can use your strap. And then the gaze is straight forward, spine is straight as you breathe into the shoulders. And relax. Let go. Shake the shoulders out. Good. And now let's bring the left leg out straight in front of us. Right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And you're flexing through the left foot. We're coming into the forward fold over the left leg. And we're not very warm yet, so just breathe. Keep your gaze straight forward. Heart is reaching forward. And you're going to feel it in the low back and the left hamstring. Just working with the breath and slowly deepening into the pose with every breath that you take. Good. And coming back up to seated. And we'll take this right leg, planting the left foot across onto the other side of the left leg, above or below the knee. Sitting up nice and tall, both sits bones are intact on the mat. And then holding the knee with your left hand, bring your right arm behind you. Plant the palm, fingers point toward backward. And now raise the left arm up, lift through the whole torso and top of the head. And as you twist, the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. And you're breathing into your belly. Deep yogic breaths in your twist. Good. And release. Let's come back to center. Both legs come out in front. Shake out your legs. And then draw both of your feet together, soles of the feet together. Draw the feet close to your body, as close as you can. And then you're just going to wrap your hands around your toes, fingers around your toes. And we're going to bounce the knees a little bit. Bounce the knees like a little butterfly. Good. And now sitting up nice and tall, let's go ahead and lean forward. Here, you're going to round your back. Your head can drop down. And just come to wherever your body comes to. You're going to feel this in the groin area, in the hips, in the low back. And engage the breath. Connect with your breath. And in these poses, it's not so much that you're striving to attain something. You're not really striving. You are setting your intention. You're working with the body. You're working with the breath. And you're allowing the body to move and open. You're allowing it to happen. This is the way of the divine feminine. She doesn't chase or strive. She allows and she creates. And she allows her creation to come in. So she doesn't have to chase anything. She simply attracts it. And that's the energy that we are in now, in the fifth dimensional new earth energy. So go ahead and take your legs out wide. Legs out wide, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about this because it's so important that when we live in that place of trust and our connection and our alignment with our higher self, our I am presence, and the galactic sun and earth, when we're in that alignment, we can live in trust and faith without fear or anxiety, knowing that whatever is happening for us. And so no matter what comes to us, we greet it with enthusiasm, thinking, what am I meant to learn from this? What can this teach me? So that we take the fear and the anxiety out of our lives. All right, hands come in front. And we're just going to slowly walk ourselves forward, perhaps coming onto your elbows, or if you have a block handy, you can always be on your block or blocks. So wherever you are, connect with your breath. So this divine feminine energy is of the 5D is full of joy. We create through joy. What do you want to experience? What do you want to create? What are you creating with your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions and your actions and your words? What are you creating? Breathe. Good. And now walk your hands back up. We're going to go ahead and cross the legs again. Actually, I'm happy right here on the mat this morning. I don't want to do too much. So, okay, so here, let's take a hold of the two big toes with our toe hold. So take your first two fingers out, and you're going to take them in between the big toe and the second toe. Wrap them around, and then you hold on to the big toe with your first two fingers and your thumb. Okay. And now, sitting up on your sits bones on your seat, go ahead and bring those legs out wide as you can. If your knees are bent, that's fine. Just finding that balance. If you can extend your legs, do it. And then keep lifting in the heart here. Lift in the heart. Good. And now bring the legs back and cross at the ankles, roll out, and we are going to come into tabletop on the mat. Tabletop, knees underneath your hips and hands underneath your shoulders, and do some cat-cows. So today we're going to explore a little bit of cobra poses. And first we'll do cat-cow. So inhale, looking up, drop your belly, spread the sits bone wide in the back by pressing into the knees. And here you're staying extended through the arms and the shoulders, so you're not collapsing down. Keep your head lifted, heart lifted. And now exhale and tuck the toes. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, press the heart up. All the air comes out. And now let's flow between the two. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. And let's make our way all the way down onto the mat. All the way down. Bring your chin down and your forearms down. And so your arms are alongside your body with your palms facing down. Now, if this is bothering your neck for any reason, you can always have your forehead on the mat, and if you need a towel under your forehead or chin, you can put one there now. Okay, here we are. Chin on the mat, palms on the mat. And now go ahead and raise your right leg up, keeping your hip bone intact. Just keep the leg straight and lifted. And now notice where you're wanting to tense up. Where are you finding yourself tensing? And then breathe into it and let go. Obviously, the right gluteus area, the whole right leg is supporting this pose and the core, but you don't need to support it with your neck or shoulders. So just relax your upper body as you breathe. And then lower the right leg down. And let's do the other side. Left leg up and breathe. Left hip is intact. Deep breaths into the belly. Good. Lower the left leg down. And then we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Elbows are right next to your body. Spread your fingers wide. We're coming into baby cobra. So here, just lift your head and chest using these back muscles and no weight in the hands at all. So you should be able to lift your hands off the mat. And as you're in baby cobra here, keep lifting your heart up. Your gaze can be just in front of the mat there. And you're going to feel your whole torso supported by these very strong back muscles here. Deep breath. And then go ahead and lower. Turn your head to one side. Make a pillow with your hands and just rock your hips back and forth to release your low back. Okay, and so Cobra pose is a wonderful pose for overcoming fear. The consciousness of Cobra is fearlessness. And the reason that Cobra pose works with releasing and overcoming fear is because as we lift ourselves up into Cobra, we're squeezing the kidneys. And the kidneys in traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, are known to hold fear. That's why you want to have healthy, clean, detoxified kidneys, because too much toxins in your kidneys will cause you to be fearful. And by squeezing these kidneys in Cobra, we are tonifying them, tonifying them. We're cleansing them and squeezing them of any toxins that they're holding, and we're releasing those toxins so that they can be healthy and strong and we can live without fear. So let's go ahead and come into a higher Cobra now. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers wide, elbows in. Inhale, lift up. Now this time you've got a little bit of weight in your hands so you can come higher, but your elbows remain bent because the whole purpose of this pose is to work the core. All right, so if you were just to put all your weight on your hands, do it now for a moment. Straighten your hands, straighten your arms. Feel how all the weight's on your hand and it's just jamming your low back. You don't want that. Now, bend the elbows and the lift comes from the core. So there's no real pressure on the low back sacrum area. Keep lifting your heart up and dropping your shoulders down away from your ears. And breathing right into the kidneys. Good. Release down and turn your head to the other side. Make a pillow with your hands. Rock your hips back and forth. Release the low back. Good. We're going to do one more cobra. This time, take your feet out to the width of the mat. So your legs are spread quite wide here. Hands underneath your shoulders, fingers wide, elbows in. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, and see how high you can come up now. When your legs are spread wide, it gives you more room to come up higher. If anyone out there wants to try bending your knees and drawing your toes towards your head, this is called King Cobra. And when I was about 8 years old, I could touch my toes to my chin this way. And so that's not quite happening now. And release. Make a pillow with your hands. Turn your head to the other side and rock it out. Good. And now take your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up and back with wide knees. Go ahead and come down into child's pose so that your seat is on your heels or towards your heels. Knees are wide. And you're going to melt your heart down to the mat. Good. Go ahead and roll all the way up. And let's do a couple more rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, looking up. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more poses that deal with that kidney line, the kidney line in the body. So we have meridian lines in the body that are connected to each organ. And our best health comes when all of our organs are balanced and working in harmony with one another. So go ahead, you're going to need a strap for this. Go ahead and come down onto your back. And let's just begin this series with a twist. So on your back, draw your right knee in. So bend your right knee and bring it in toward your chest. Left hand onto the right knee, right arm out to the side, palm facing down, and we'll guide the knee over to the left. Now here, if you need a block and to put it underneath your knee, you can do that to support the knee. Hello. So you're in your twist, keeping that right shoulder down. And then you're breathing right into this whole area here. Good. And now coming back to center. Bend the right knee. And you're going to take your strap and bring it over the right foot. And then hold on to the strap with your right hand as high up as you can. Bring your left arm out to the side, palm facing down, And now let's just open this right leg out wherever it comes to. And now we're activating that kidney meridian on the inside of the right leg. Make sure your left hip stays connected to the mat. And breathe. So if we can live our lives without fear, without anxiety, without thinking something bad is going to happen, or I'm bad, or, any of that, and open to this new earth energy, which is beautiful, supportive, joyful, then we can create from a stable foundation of love. And when we do that, we have a different outcome that we experience. Breathing into this open right leg. Good. And now let's bring it back up to center. And then release the right leg. And now let's go to the other side. Squeeze that left leg in with the knee bent. Left arm comes out to the side, palm facing down. And then guide the leg across. You can tuck your toes here right behind this right leg, the left toes. And that gives you a little hook. And now, see how my knee doesn't come all the way down to the ground? That's fine. I want to keep my left shoulder down. And so I might grab my block here to support my knee on this side. So I have scoliosis, so I have a twisted spine that I'm always working with. And that's just one of the cards I was dealt in this life. And, we get given all of our gifts, and we're given all of our challenges as well. No big deal. Breathe. And even though I'm twisted, I still love my beautiful body. I love all of my beautiful body. And when we say that to our body, all of our cells are listening all the time. So whatever you're saying to yourself, even if no one else can hear it, your body can hear it. So say beautiful, loving things to your body, even if you're having issues. Maybe you're overweight, or you've got a bad knee or a hip or whatever. Even though it might not be exactly how you want it, just love it and accept it exactly as it is, because it wants your love. Your body wants your love. It needs your love and acceptance. Good. And now let's roll on to the back, and we'll bring this left leg straight up using our strap. Bringing the strap around the foot. And now go ahead, bring the right arm out to the side. Right leg stays straight, and you're going to lower this left leg over to the left, activating that kidney meridian. If you can grab a hold of the big toe with your toe holds, first two fingers and your thumb, great. If not, strap is great too. Whatever works for you. And breathe into the left leg, keeping this right hip down on the mat. And if you need a block to support the foot, you can do that. Maybe it's only over this far. Wherever it is, breathe into the leg. Good. And now let's bring that leg back up and release it. Okay. Coming into goddess pose, bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out. And let's take the first finger of opposite hands and thumbs to touch like this. And then bring the hands overhead and just go ahead and relax your arms and hands. Relax everything. Close your eyes. And just get in touch with your inner goddess energy, your divine energy. We all have it, so go to the light within you. And you can do this just by saying, I connect to my inner light. I connect to my inner goddess. And let go a little bit more here. Where else? Scan your body and notice where you're holding. And then just breathe into it and let it go. And let's just say out loud, I am the beautiful light of my divine soul. I am the light of my soul. I am the light of my soul. Good. And now release the arms down, straighten your legs. And we're coming into bridge pose next. So you bend both knees, drawing your feet underneath your knees, close to the seat as possible. Arms down alongside the body, palms facing down. And bridge pose is excellent for the spine, for keeping the spine nice and limber. So press into the feet, lifting the hips at the same time. If you can bring your shoulders underneath your body, great. If you can interlace your fingers, great. If you can't, it's okay. Just your palms are facing down. And now press into the feet as you draw the upper chest towards your chin. Your hips will come up, but not too high. And you're really working the upper spine. Breathe and squeeze the mula bandha. Squeeze the perineum, the anus, and the sex organs all in. Breathe as you draw the sternum closer and closer to the chin. Good. Now release it down. Take the shoulders out. Lower. And let's just take a nice deep breath in. We're going to exhale with a sigh. Good. Okay, I want to show you something important too here. So go ahead and bend the knees and then roll onto one side and press up. So since we're talking about kidneys and fear and releasing all that, I want to show you your K27 points if you don't already know where they are. So these are kidney points, K27, kidney 27. So here's your little notch, right, between your clavicle bones, your shoulder blade bones. Sorry, not your shoulder blade, your collarbone, and the little notch here. And now just come down a little bit from that notch in the center of the chest and go out to where these fleshy points are. Fleshy points right here. And you're just going to feel them. And we're going to take our thumbs into the fleshy points. And we're just going to press around and see if you can find an area in there that might feel a little tender. Or you can feel like a little bump. That's going to be your kidney point, and you're going to want to press on that with both thumbs with a fair amount of pressure. We're just activating these kidney 27 points. So once you find that little sore spot or that little bump, go ahead and press and just stay silent as you breathe. About a minute, you hold that. You hold these points for about a minute. And just notice what's happening in your body. This is an acupressure point. And you can also at the same time take your first finger and put it right into that notch and press lightly into the notch. But, and you know, you don't want to choke yourself. You're just pressing down right at the notch. And that activates the triple warmer in your body. So this hold is it's energy medicine that activates the kidneys and the triple warmer, and it's going to calm you down. I don't know if you can notice it, but you can do this every single day and work with your K27 points. Okay, good. All right, now we're going to do our final pose for the day. Is going to be Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. And the alternative option, if you don't want to go up onto your shoulders, is to come with your legs up against the wall, and you can have a pillow, a blanket, a towel, or a block where you scoot your seat right up to the wall, and you can rest your sacrum on a block, and then lie down, arms open wide, legs up the wall, okay? And I'm supported here right on my sacrum with a block, and you just hang out here in your inversion pose. So whenever we bring our legs up, it's called an inversion. So headstand is the king of poses, and Sarvangasana or shoulder stand is the queen of poses. Both have legs up in the air. Okay, so for those of you who want to do the legs over your head, let's go ahead and take it up and back. So you can start from a seated position, and you can come over, hands support your hips, and then the legs will come up. Now you can adjust this by bringing your knees to your forehead and getting those shoulders underneath. And then come back up. and breathe. Now let's take it into plow pose. So your feet will come over your head, toes coming toward the floor. If they don't touch, that's fine. Hands support the hips. If you want to go deeper, you can interlace the fingers and bring the arms out. This is great for the neck and the shoulders. And then slowly make your way out, coming out one vertebra at a time, rolling down, and legs come straight out on the mat. We're coming into fish pose, so bring your hands halfway underneath your seat, legs straight, toes pointed, and when you're ready, inhale, lift the heart, head drops back, and most of the weight here is in your tripod of your seat and elbows. Lifting in the heart. Deep breaths. And then go ahead and release all the way down. Arms and legs out wide. Turn your head from side to side. We're coming into final Shavasana here. So legs are out wide, arms are out wide, palms facing up. And we'll do a little guided meditation today. Make any final little movements that you need before you come into complete stillness. And now just imagine that you're floating in a beautiful sphere of golden light energy. And in this sphere of gold light is Christ consciousness. Just see and feel this sphere all around you. And the energy of Christ consciousness is very loving. Feel that energy of love and pour it onto yourself. Give it to yourself. You can place your hands over your heart and just say silently or out loud, I love you, to yourself. I appreciate you. And the energy of this Christ consciousness is compassionate, compassion. Give yourself the gift of compassion for all that you are going through. We don't need to ask for it from others. You can provide it to yourself. Meeting yourself within. And perhaps there's a part of you that you haven't been paying attention to, or you've been pushing aside, or perhaps you've been beating yourself up, being too hard on yourself. I want you to connect with this part of you right now. And just say, I'm here. I'm sorry that I haven't been paying attention to you. I'm here. I'm listening now. And I care. I care about you deeply. Give yourself that part of yourself that needs your love, your understanding, your patience, that needs to be heard and seen and listened to. Be present with that part of you and offer it your love and understanding. And feel how that feels inside of you. To meet yourself in those darker places that you may have shut off with just pure presence and unconditional love. And now just say to all of yourself, I love and accept you unconditionally, no matter what. I love you, no matter what. And be aware of the response to those words. Good. And this new earth energy is here to support you through your process of integration, of becoming your true self, your higher self, your soul energy, the light. And now go ahead and reach your arms long overhead on the mat. Reach through your arms, stretch through your whole body. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And then bend through both knees and roll onto one side. And come up to a seated position where we began. Bringing the palms to your heart in prayer position. Close the eyes. And we'll close the class with one Om breathing in together. I bow to the magnificent, brilliant, joyful, and beautiful light inside of you that is also inside of me. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Remember that you are a sacred being. You are dearly loved. And let go of the fear. It's time to live and create through love and joy in this 5D New Earth energy. My name is Beth Wright. My company is Spiritworks, and you can find me on Facebook, Beth Wright Spiritworks, or at www.energyhealingteacher.com. And I am running a course called Becoming Your True Self that is over 6 months, working with me through Zoom calls and energy healing sessions over the phone, as well as workbooks and videos to watch. So if you are interested in that, check out my course on energyhealingteacher.com and have a beautiful day. Thank you.